Alright, so this video is about Key and Peele's Substitute Teacher comedy sketch from Comedy Central. So I found out about these two guys and they're pretty funny, some of them, their sketches. But to me, the funniest sketch of them all that got me rolling and laughing like crazy is this one called Substitute Teacher. And both of these comedians, I believe they're half black and half white. So puts them in an interesting position where they could pretty much make fun of themselves. They could, make fun of things that are white, make fun of things that are black, and then it's acceptable because they're poking fun at themselves. And they're not going to really be labeled as racist. So in this comedy sketch, you have the teacher who's a black teacher, and then all these white students, and he's pronouncing their names wrong, and the way that the students respond, the way that he responds is just completely hilarious. You could check the video in the description section, this link. There's over 100 million views. It's the most popular video that they've made on the internet by far, and it's the funniest one, to me. And the reason why it's okay is because he's black and he's making fun of himself and how he's pronouncing it and all this other stuff. That's why it's accepted, right? He's not just a white person and then pretending to be black or whatever, and then making fun of the black person. Then it would have been seen as racist. But because he's a black person doing it, then it's not racist because he's just making fun of himself. And that's what Dave Chappelle made a living doing when he was doing comedy sketches as well. So I liked the video because I thought it was super funny. And then my kids were watching some videos and they found this other one where it was a white guy, and I'm gonna put the link to that one too, okay? And I want you to see if you can notice the difference, okay? There's a white guy who got a lot of views as well, but not 100 million, but maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 million views, where he is redoing the whole skit. But the difference was that he's a white teacher, and then all the students were Vietnamese students, and then he was mispronouncing their names, disrespectfully, and then that was supposed to be funny. But I'll tell you right here, there's a difference. That comedy sketch was at the expense of the Vietnamese, and they were laughing at the Vietnamese. So you're not really laughing at the white guy, you're laughing at the Vietnamese because of the way their names are. And that to me is completely different. That to me is extremely racist. And I don't know if people could even see that. They think, oh, it's the same, it's all fun, it's all laughter. But no, it's not the same because the teacher is not Vietnamese. And you're not laughing at the teacher who's a white guy. You're laughing all at the Vietnamese and how their names are spelled. And that is a big problem. And the thing is, the white person who made the video, they don't think anything's wrong. I mean, they think we're just having fun and, everything's fine. But no, everything's not fine. And that's exactly the stuff that has been talking about, is how certain people will use the Asians at their expense to make money off of them, to laugh at them. The teacher was not half Vietnamese and then half white, and then you're laughing at, he's laughing at himself. No, I mean, the teacher was all white, no Asian in him. And then the whole sketch is designed to laugh at the Asians and how their names are spelled. And I don't even think the Asians that participated in the sketch even thought themselves if anything was wrong. You know, they think, oh, we're, you know, we're just having fun, we're laughing at ourselves. No, like, this is not the same. So the first sketch, it's all whites in the audience or in the students, and you're not really laughing at the students. All the white students, you're not laughing at them because the way that you're supposed to pronounce their names, there's nothing funny about it. I mean, that's just the way you're supposed to not pronounce it. You're not laughing at the white people. You're laughing at the teacher who is mispronouncing their names, and he's a black teacher, and then he's making fun of himself and how he's pronouncing it. You're laughing at that. So the white person that made the other comedy sketch, he was not a Vietnamese teacher, and then you are laughing at the way that he's pronouncing white names. No. Like, he was a white teacher, and then he's like, you're laughing at the Vietnamese, the entire student, all the students in front of him. You're laughing at them out of their expense. Now, I don't know if people could see the difference, but to me, I see the difference. And I just wanted to point that out, and this is part of the systematic problem out there. And it's directed towards Asians, because the blacks are very much well protected. Like, you cannot make fun of a black person unless you are black, because you're gonna have some problems, because they're very sensitive to this stuff, as they should be. And you're not going to be able to say the N-word unless you're black. You're not going to be able to make fun of your own race unless you're black. And with these two people being black and white, it gives them the ability to be creative, because they're black and white. But what's going on is you'll have whites, blacks, and everybody that's non-Asian that feel that they're entitled to make fun of Asians out of their expense, because they go unprotected. And not only do they go unprotected, but they even almost encourage it upon themselves. They don't even they go ahead and go along with it, and they don't even try to stop it. They even try to encourage it. And that's what happened in the Others comedy sketch. And I even have my own kids that go onto YouTube, and they watch videos like this, and they laugh, and they don't see like what's going on. The second video wasn't funny to me, not at all, because it was not original at all. It was the same exact skit that he tried to do, and it wasn't funny at all to me. But it's supposed to be a positive world. We're supposed to laugh, we're supposed to giggle, we're supposed to have fun, but there's a certain way to do it. And Chris Rock was making fun of those Asian students on stage at the Oscars, and okay, there's people laughing, but at whose expense? And a lot of times it's pointed towards the Asians. It's always at the Asians' expense. Like, the laughter is towards the Asians' expense. So these are some things that I want to indicate, so it just gets people to open their eyes a little bit.